Hello everyone and welcome back to the chassis variant series with myself, Critical Rocket, and we're sticking with the Annihilators. Here we are with the 1E. Now, the 1E is still a Wolf's Dragoons variant. It was a mech that was largely Wolf's Dragoons until way after the clan invasion. You have to go way up to the point of Clan Wolf in Exile before the mech actually becomes much more common throughout the Innisphere. So this was a model that was a field refit of the existing Annihilators that Wolf's Dragoons were using, and it specifically field refitted with no ballistics. Essentially, it came with 4 PPCs instead, with the 4 medium lasers, which meant the heat was incredible from the thing. But it did allow it to remain on the field a lot longer and could still damage anything that got within range, still bringing out those weapons that can do a maximum of 10 points of damage per shot. So this was an interesting version of the Annihilator because it was kind of flipped the whole thing on its head about it being big on AC-10s or LB-10s. All of a sudden now you've got this all-energy sort of stock variant of the mech. If we have a look at the old hardpoints, it is only energy, it has 8 in total, 3 in the left and right arms, and then 2 in the CT. And that's pretty much it, that's your lot. It doesn't come with much else in terms of flexibility. It's like all other Annihilators, it suffers from the low slung hardpoints, so even those in the CT will still be low down, as are the arms. Which means convergence isn't an issue, it's just terrain being an issue. So it's a pretty good variant for those of you who want the Annihilator and you want the Annihilator to melt things very quickly, because who doesn't like doing that, huh? Outside of that, this match was probably NASCAR in its purest form. I don't think I've quite seen a match like this in a long time, since some of the old days of the Caustic Valley Ring Around the Rosie bloody volcano top circular matches. This thing was literally run, oh we didn't find them, oh they went over the saddle, oh we'll go over the saddle, oh they went through the tunnel, oh we went through the tunnel. Match was pretty much done by the time we'd done basically a full lap of the map. It's only near the end that I ever actually got to shoot at anything, other than I was kind of a passive observer. It was just the fact that the Annihilator is so slow that you can kind of see everything happening around the map, and you can see where it's all going wrong, but you can't do anything about it. Because I had a couple of options in this match. I could have gone with my 1 or 2 lance mates to back toward them to sort of counter-clockwise. No, we would have gone clockwise, they were going counter-clockwise. Except the problem with that is we would have died very quickly, because there was about, 11 of them and 3 of us, so it wouldn't have worked. So I had to stick with the rest of the team with the hopes that if anything came up behind me, at least there might be someone to help me. Luckily, for me, that never happened. On the other hand of it, I hardly ever got to see anybody. But I kept this one because it's just funny. It's just funny to watch the logic, the way that it's going. Oh, if we catch them, and to be fair, the team did catch a couple of their slower moving assaults and managed to kill them, but we weren't catching any of the points back, so they just grabbed 3 and then they got 4 and we had 1, and we didn't recap Gamma after they capped Gamma, even though it was right by our spawn, which was odd. And again, it was something I could have tried, but I'm in a 40 odd kph mech. I can't really do much of anything in a mobile battle, and I could have stood there and grabbed Gamma, and the match still would have been over anyway, because none of the team caught Kappa when they ran under the platform, and yeah, so like points went straight out the window. They were just wholly fixated on trying to get the kills. It was just funny at the end of it to watch just how funny and bad it was doing this massive donut of Crimson Stray. So yeah, when people complain about NASCARing in MechWarrior Online, I think this is a pretty good example of that very sort of tunnel vision style. No, we go here, we get kills kind of gameplay, and I don't blame anyone for it. I used this because I just thought it was funny. And to be honest, I think it's the second time I've had a situation watching on this map where funny stuff has happened with regards to the game types being in action. The other one was a while back, which was a match of Incursion, where we literally just ran over the saddle, ran down to the base, blew up the base before the other team had a chance to come back and do anything about it. And that in the incursion case, I think that personally is bad placement of bases, but in this case it was just my team chasing their team around the map, and it just leads to a situation where the Annihilator is just sort of like, okay, I'm going to catch up, guys. So at this point, this is where we started to catch up with some of the sort of slower guys, but and you know, I still don't really get to shoot anything. I think I got skimmed by something a couple of times, and that was it. And that's the only reason I've got any armour damage. I might have bumped into somebody, and my CT damage might have been from someone like just sort of passively paintbrushing me with a laser, and that's about it. And the rest of it is literally just this. Basically, we're doing a circuit of the Crimson Straight racetrack from Spec Racer Spooder, or Spec Racer Locust. It's just kind of crazy. That's sort of what we ended up doing here. But yeah, there's not much else to talk about. Would I recommend the 1E? Yes, I would. It's different. It's a unique variant of the Annihilator in the sense that it's only energy based. So if you do enjoy the Annihilator and you want to bring stuff like heavy PPCs or like multiple 8 light PPCs on the Annihilator, it could be a really interesting build to see in action, especially with the low heat, but the ability to just fire so many of them so rapidly could be quite deadly actually, and probably lots of room for you to stick in heatsinks. I don't know if you'd actually be able to make up the 100 tons with light PPCs only. Maybe a mix of light and heavies, or light and snub nose, so you've got something close range. I wouldn't recommend ERs, I think that'd be too hot, personally. So yeah, it's fun though. I do like the build. I like the PPC heavy aspect of it. Then again, you wouldn't actually be able to do 8, would you? Because of the CT hard points. It would have to be 6 light PPCs and then like 2 ER mediums, or something stupid like that. Anyway, I'll leave it with that. This is just like the dying moment of the match where I actually did start to get to shoot at stuff, and this version suddenly starts to come into its own a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. Sorry for the poor quality of the match. I'm sure I'll get a couple of dislikes for this, but yeah, I wanted to use it because of the funny way that everyone NASCAR'd around the map, and yeah, we didn't get to catch really any of the points back, even though I think there are opportunities for that to happen. Oh well. So I'll leave you with the dying embers of this match, and I shall see you on the next chassis vid. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Enough resources. We've failed.